coordinators of this conference. Now, before we get into formalities, I'd like to start with the acknowledgement to country.
Balka be Balka, welcome in the language of the Yagara people. We acknowledge the Turrbal and Yagara peoples as the First Nation owners of the lands of where QUT now stands. For thousands of years, the Turrbal and Yagara people have gathered along the banks of Maiwa, the Brisbane River, to share their knowledge and stories. We pay our respects to their elders, laws, customs, and creation spirits. We recognize that these lands where QUT now stands have always been places of teaching, researching, and learning. We acknowledge the important role Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people play within our QUT community. From Moreton Bay, inland as far as the Great Dividing Range near Warwick and Toowoomba, as far north as the Caboolture River, including the lands around Brisbane City, Meanjin. Yura yura yinala, balka bi balka, nganguru nguru maramakoro nganya birali, nganya bayam. Welcome to the traditional country of the Turrbal and Yagara people.
Okay, well, welcome again, everybody, to this inaugural conference. And I think what I'll start with is just painting a little bit of a picture about what this is all about. And I guess I'm preaching to the converted when we ask the question, why global sustainability? And to me, sustainability is not a local issue. It's a global one that requires a broad range of perspectives from all areas and research across all domains to find meaningful, clever solutions for doing more with reduced resources and consumables. And one glance at the program that you for this conference for today, you'll see that we've got people from all parts of the globe. We've got people from UK, we've got people from South Africa, the South Pacific nations, as well as New Zealand. So we require all those different perspectives in order to understand the problems that different regions will be facing. And again, looking at the program, you can see that we have people from all walks of life. We have people from law, we have people from physical sciences and natural sciences and the humanities. And all of that is necessary to tackle these big issues, which goes under the umbrella of global sustainability. Now, for us at the eGrad School, we felt was a perfect vehicle to provide a platform for this sort of event, because that school is dedicated towards providing skills and development opportunities for researchers across all areas. And we have a strong focus in partnering with institutes spread across not only Australia, but anywhere. And this is necessary, like I said before, in order to tackle these big challenges, these big global challenges like sustainability. Now, as you will appreciate in the coming sessions, we'll hear more about some of the possibilities that fall into this space. And I'm looking forward to, I'm very excited to hear some of the interesting avenues that people have done research into in terms of coming up with these clever solutions. Now, on that note, I think I've said enough. So what I'll do now is invite our Pro Vice-Chancellor for Research Infrastructure, Professor Stephen Blanksby, to provide a little bit of a perspective on this. Now, before I hand over to Stephen, I will just say that Stephen is a chemist, and he's a very proud chemist who has extensive experience in doing research across the planet. Has postdoctoral experience in Europe and in USA. He's held teaching and research positions at the University of Wollongong before becoming Professor of Chemistry here at QUT. Now, he also wears many hats while at QUT, as well as being the Pro Vice-Chancellor for Research Infrastructure. Stephen in the past has held positions such as the Director of the Central Analytical Research Facility. So he brings in a broad range of experiences that can really help shape solutions to some aspects of global sustainability. So on that note, I'll leave it there and I'll hand over to Stephen to make some introductory remarks.
Thanks so much, Esa. I'm really delighted to have the opportunity, really on behalf of QUT, to welcome all of you to this inaugural eGrad School Global Conference, particularly with its critically important aim of promoting diverse knowledge on sustainability and facilitating the exchange of innovative research ideas to really tackle what is a global problem. As Esa kindly alluded to in the introduction, I'm a chemist, and once upon a time I was in grad school as well. I know to look at me, you would think that was a very, very long time ago. It was certainly before Zoom, so I'll say that much. But when I was at university, I did my PhD at the University of Adelaide. I think, like a lot of grad students, we become very sort of focused on the problem at hand. This is the problem that I want to solve during my PhD, and just to give my to put my nerdy chemist hat on for a second, I was really trying to make a molecule with 5 carbons and 1 hydrogen, right, that hadn't been made before. And we can have a conversation about why I thought that was important at the time. But really, on the one hand, I thought, nobody in the world but me cares about this problem, and that I was pretty much alone in trying to figure out how to solve the problem. But actually, pre-Zoom, I was very fortunate that during grad school, I had the opportunity to travel to another laboratory in Europe. And there I found a community of other grad students who were not only interested in what, seems now like an esoteric problem that I was trying to tackle, but they could also suggest to me innovative solutions, things that I hadn't thought about before. Why was I going about solving this problem in a particular way? Because they brought different perspectives. They came from different disciplines than I did. So this experience for me during my PhD was really formative, and it really opened my eyes to research being a really global activity. It's a community activity where we engage across the globe. And now with Zoom and many of the other tools at our disposal, that engagement, that international engagement, is so much easier and so much more effective. So what we're focused on today is, my project as a PhD student might have been esoteric, but what you folks are engaged in today are really some of the major challenges facing our globe. And so it's really appropriate and exciting that the Grad School Global Conference is really going to focus on those and try and leverage the same transdisciplinary engagement that I experienced as a grad student against these really challenging issues. At QUT, sustainability is a key plank of what we do. That's another reason why this focus is really critical. We've been, since 2021, we've really had the UN Sustainable Development Goals kind of baked into everything that we do in the university strategy. And we've got really clear action plans of the things that we want to try and do locally and as an institution to make a difference to help the globe achieve some of those goals. We have a lot of big projects like expansion of PV solar, commitments to solar farms. We do a lot of work with hydrogen, batteries and renewable energy, all aligned with those goals. But at the end of the day, what we're doing is local, and sustainability isn't just a local problem, it's a global problem. And that's why I'm really delighted that the first eGrad School Conference is really focused on this most important goal, and we'll go ahead and promote those, bring to bear the diverse knowledge that we have here around the table today to really tackle some of those big challenges. So without too much further ado, I'm really delighted to have had the opportunity to officially open the conference and to really encourage all of you, particularly the grad students, to really participate and seize the opportunity to engage with each other, exchange your most innovative of research ideas, challenge each other, and really tackle together some of the biggest challenges that we face. So enjoy the conference, get the most out of it, and thank you for allowing me to pull the lever on this exciting event.
Thank you, Stephen. Really appreciate those comments. And I just take up on that one about getting the most out of an event like this. It's really important, particularly when you're embarking on your career. And this is a unique opportunity in which you can mix with a whole range of different researchers from a whole range of different areas that you wouldn't normally do so. So I think that's the only way we're going to find these important solutions to the challenges ahead. And I think for me, myself, coming to a conference like this, normally I would be immersed in a mixture of chemists, physicists, and engineers, but to be in the mix with people from law and the humanities and other areas that are really important to finding these solutions, it's a real pleasure. And I think that's the only way that we can really make headway with these challenges. And to highlight that point, our keynote speaker, who I'm delighted to introduce to you now, Dr. Matthew Rimmer, is a person who comes from a completely different area from myself in my research pursuits.